What will happen in a drag race between a Porsche 911 GT3 RS and a Mercedes AMG GTR? Well, we're going to find out by racing them over the standing quarter mile.
The Porsche versus Mercedes battle just got personal. Check this video out.
Oh my God. This is the GT3 RS, the ultimate expression of the 911, soon to be regarded as the benchmark, the yardstick by which all other sports cars are judged. But if you look at the numbers, this thing might not be all it's cracked up to be. Its 4-litre flat six only makes 525 horsepower. Its 0 to 62 time is a mere 3.2 seconds, and it doesn't even do 200 miles an hour. So if you're thinking this might be overrated, well, you'd be wrong, because there's much more to this car than just the numbers. The devil is in the detail. The RS is based on the standard GT3. But the car has been thoroughly revised to take advantage of almost every aerodynamic trick in the book. All other 911s have 3 radiators under the bonnet. This has just one in the center, which frees up space on either side for movable flaps that can add or remove front downforce. There is no bonnet for storage. Instead, these boomerang elements divert air from that radiator outwards and away from the body of the car, and work in conjunction with fins on the roof, ensuring only cool air flows into the single engine air intake on the rear deck. Spoilers help shape the air around the front wheel, while vents on the fender, a cutout section behind the wheel, and reshaped doors help reduce pressure in the wheel arch, preventing lift. The last pieces of the aerodynamic puzzle are the diffuser and an active rear wing so enormous it sits higher than the roofline of the car. As a result of all this aerodynamic trickery, the GT3 RS generates a total of 860 kilograms of downforce at 177 miles an hour. And that can only mean one thing. Grip. Loads and loads of grip. If you've ever wondered what it's like to drive a car with downforce, it's basically having the ability to throw it into corners at frankly stupid speeds, and it just lives with it. 860 kilograms at 177 miles an hour. I mean, that's more than a McLaren Senna makes. It's as much as a fully grown giraffe. I'm at Dunsfold today, the old office. Luckily, there aren't any corners where you have to go quite that fast, but even at 125 miles an hour, it still makes well over 400 kilograms. What's that? Half a giraffe? There's plenty of mechanical grip too. The car has wider wheels and tires, 275s instead of 255s up front, and 335s instead of 315s at the rear, so grip is impressive in both high and low speed corners. The other advantage is that because it's an active wing, it serves as a drag reduction system, DRS. Ordinarily it works automatically, you just floor it and the wing does everything for you, but you can actually take matters into your own hands by pressing the DRS button on the steering wheel. Okay, I'm on the big long straight now, let's see what that feels like. DRS. You can see it open in your wing mirrors and it does add a useful amount of speed. I feel like an F1 driver. It helps you remove speed as well. It comes with steel brakes as standard, but for $6.5 extra, you can get carbon ceramics, 410 millimeters up front, 380s at the rear, so you can do this. I mean, come on. Because of the downforce and the carbon ceramic brakes, the only way to stop quicker is by crashing into a wall. That's nuts.
The GT3 RS is Porsche's masterclass in functional design. Every vent, cutout, and curve is working overtime. By replacing traditional radiators with a central setup and using the freed space for aero flaps, they've revolutionized 911 cooling and downforce, and that active rear wing, it sits above the roofline. It's not subtle, it's a statement. You're not just buying a faster 911 here, you're buying decades of motorsport knowledge packed into a street machine. It's surgical on track and smarter than ever thanks to active DRS and carbon ceramics that stop like slamming into a wall.
Right at the top of the Mercedes AMG GT family tree, you find this, the AMG GTR. This is the hardcore model. This is the big power one. This is the track focus model. This GTR is everybody at AMG squaring up to the guys at Porsche Motorsport and saying, anything you can do, we can do better. GTR gets stiffer springs and thicker anti-roll bars as part of a more focused chassis setup. The tracks are wider too, increasing stability. The front wings, the roof and the prop shaft are all carbon fibre, but overall the GTR is only 15 kilograms lighter than the GTS, or 30 kilograms with this car's optional carbon ceramic brakes. Even so, the GTR weighs more than 1,600 kilograms. There's clever active aero that adds downforce over the front axle, four-wheel steering, and look how far back in the body the engine sits. When Mercedes says the GTR is front mid-engined, they really mean it. Peak power is 577 bhp with 516 pound-foot of torque. Mercedes claims 0 to 62 in 3.6. So it looks cool, it's got a great cabin, it's got all sorts of very clever kind of race car derived tech on it. But how does this GTR actually drive? We've had all sorts of weather over the last 2 days and right now it's chucking it down. It's soaking wet out here. The roads are really, really slippery. But we have had some dry weather, so I can tell you a bit about what this car's like to drive in all conditions. You look at a car like this, a hardcore track focus model, lots of power, aggressive tyres, and you kind of wonder if it's just going to be completely compromised out on the road. Being completely honest, this car is clearly set up to be at its best on a smooth road. I've driven it on smooth roads and it feels really, really good. Even when you come into a compression or dips or any of those kind of features in the road, it feels fantastic.
This isn't just a louder AMG, it's a full-blown track-bred machine disguised in road car clothing. The four-wheel steering tucks it in beautifully, even when grip is sketchy. And that chassis, it soaks up dips and compressions with the poise of a Le Mans prototype. You can feel the intent behind every tweak, from aero balance to torque delivery. Mercedes didn't build this to be comfortable, they built it to be dominant. On the right road, it doesn't just keep up with rivals, it embarrasses them.
It's a good one. Oh, it's close, it's really me in.
Come on, baby.
I had quite a bit of wheel spin and it went towards you, but then it was all fine.
Yeah, this had a bit of wheel spin, not enough. It was held back by its TC, so we can reduce that a little bit. That was pretty good though.
Okay, Sam, let's do best 2 out of 3, okay? 1-0 to me.
All right, perfect.
Oh, it's race on, come on.
Come on!
Is he coming back? He's coming. Come on, Porsche.
Come on, Mark!
Nah, we got it all. congratulations on the launch. Did a good job. And it's kind of weird. It looked like you were really me in, and then you weren't, and then you were again towards the end.
Formal protest, the quarter mile's too short.
Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's do the thing. So then what exactly happened? Well, the Porsche won. It completed the standing quarter mile in 11.7 seconds. The Mercedes took 11.9 seconds. It's got me off the line.
Come on, baby!
I'm absolutely buggered.
Come on! Come on, yes!
Oh no! How did he do that? This is the half.
This is peak modern supercar rivalry. Two titans fighting over fractions of a second, and every system counts. Porsche clearly has the edge with a surgical launch. The way it grips, surges, and stays composed under pressure, that's engineering confidence. Mercedes has the muscle, but the chassis still can't fully tame the rear end under throttle. In 2025, power isn't rare, control is. You're watching high-speed chess, where the winner isn't the strongest, it's the smartest. And Porsche just made its move.